Hello everyone. So as you can see, game 2 of the World Chess Championship is already underway. Being Liren with the white pieces. Clearly we have a rather interesting game here. E4, E5. Standard Italian game here. Ooh, and A5. Is this theory? I'm not aware of this line. Ding here, as opposed to his earlier game, he's playing very confidently and very calmly. Only spent about 2 minutes, whereas Gukesh has spent 12 minutes. So definitely you can see that the pressure is on Gukesh in this match. A second. Okay, we are back. One line here is perhaps bishop takes c4, d takes c4. Bishop takes c4, d takes c4, bishop takes e3, and yes, white has this isolated double pawn structure, but apparently it's not so bad because there's, after, let's say, maybe how about knight g4 here? Oh, then it's knight d5, and this is safely protected. So yeah, despite this isolated double pawn structure, white gains an open file for the rook, so it's not so bad. Let's see, after castles, queen e1, yeah, this is sufficiently protected. Ooh, the engine recommends knight b8 here. What's the idea? Okay, there's this line c5, knight b d7. Wait, instead of c5, why would we play c5 here? c5, I think, just to open up the file for the rook, and at the same time you take can just play rook d1, or no, you need first take. Yeah, you need to take. Then if queen d6, you can, sorry, queen d6, that's a mouse slip by me. Ooh, the engine suggests rook f5 here. Wait, what about, oh, then you sacrifice. There's a sacrifice here. After f takes g6, I suppose you push e5. Oh, right, that's nice. That's nice. And obviously white's better here. So one line. Gukesh is still thinking after a5. It's kind of funny how the tides have turned. Last game, Ding was spending quite a bit of time. This time this game is pretty confident. Apparently that I mean, it's pretty clear that that last win definitely boosted his confidence by a great deal. He had a 100, he had a 28 game winless streak, and which was finally broken after the last game. As for the most likely outcome, I suspect it could be a draw. This might actually go for, this game might end in a draw. I think Ting would be happy with that. Gukesh might actually play this for a draw because he's playing with the black pieces, and hopefully he might try to strike again in game 3 and play for a win. But here he might be playing for a draw. It's very possible. So any other ideas here? Clearly bishop takes c4 is the way to go for black by the engine. This is what the engine recommends. Apparently these double isolated pawns are a bit of a concern for white, but you can always keep an eye on them. Queen e1, why is queen e1 so good? I mean, doesn't queen e2 look more natural here? Queen e2 seems more natural. You're just connecting your rooks. That's what most people would play. I would never play queen e1. Okay, queen e1 is a thing if you're hoping to go for ideas like queen h4, but queen e1, but knight b7. This certainly is a bit of a shocker because you're just going back, and maybe knight d7 is an idea here. Let's see, what if knight h4? Okay, knight b d7 comes, knight f5. Ooh, you can even sacrifice. Oh, this is actually not a free pawn. You just. Wow, you can actually sacrifice the knight here. And if you take, you can give a check. King h8. This is all engine prep, obviously, but black is still better here. It's minus 1.0, and apparently there is not enough compensation for the piece. So yeah, after you have to play c5. c5 is the move here, I think. And knight b d7, c takes d6, c takes d6, and rook d1, and we have eyes on these pawn. Eyes on this pawn. Of course, black takes on a5, and rook takes d6 is played. Rook takes d6 immediately doesn't work. Oh, right, queen b4. Fuck. You attack the pawn, you attack the rook. So you can't take immediately. Knight h4, I think. Rook e8, and there's still this nasty fork. You can't recklessly take that rook, take that pawn. Oh, wait a minute. You can sacrifice here? Wow. And if you take, oh wow, if you're too greedy, oh damn, there's a nice idea here. So the idea of going knight h4 here is okay, e8. Now you can actually take this pawn, because if black plays queen b4, gets a bit greedy and tries to skewer you, then you actually have this amazing move. You sacrifice the rook. Black takes, and you can actually give another sacrifice. yet again. And now if black gets greedy, you're completely busted because you cannot stop mate. Black has 2 rooks for 2 knights, but it doesn't matter. You have no way of stopping mate here. King h7. If you try king h7, hoping for rook g8 idea, simply just queen h4, and this pawn falls. You're busted. That's mate. That's just an amazing tactic. Knight h4 allows you to take this pawn. It's a very quiet little move, but very effective. What a nasty trap. Never really saw that coming. Ding is down quite a bit of time now. Almost down to... He's down 20 minutes. Clearly, he's not very comfortable in this position. And he goes for it. Bishop takes c4 is on the board. Oh, no, sorry. No, sorry, my bad. I didn't. But this is not updating properly. It's the time for... Oh. Right. 1 hour 37 minutes. Ding has been thinking for quite a while now. Alright, sorry, my bad. He took bishop takes c4, d takes c4. He didn't update it properly. And now, will he play bishop takes e3? That's the question. And yeah, it certainly does seem like a dead draw to me. He doesn't go for this. Instead he castles. I still think bishop takes e3 would have been more interesting. I mean, when all said and done, you're still having... Why still has these double isolated pawns, which can be a problem for him later on in the game. It's true this rook file is open, but still, I would have gone for this. This would have been perhaps a bit better. But okay, he castles. Now, yeah, the engine's screaming to just take on c5. And okay, knight d2. What's the idea of knight d2? You're allowing access to the d4 square. You go knight d5 yourself. Okay, the idea is simply to overprotect this pawn. Oh wait, he's already played b3. Alright, Ding has taken and gone b3 for the solidifying his pawn structure. Yeah, bishop takes c5. I completely agree. b3 also seems very fine. Looks to me like both players are fine with a rather quick and solid draw here. So yeah, after the queens get traded off, if the queens get traded off, this is probably just a dead draw. fd8. Everything gets traded off, and this is bound to be a draw. There is practically not much play in this position. It's a very drawish game. Both players seem fine with it. I'm sure Gukesh is deciding whether to go for the endgame or to perhaps just go queen e7 and try to prolong the game a little bit. Let's look at a line. Queen takes d1, rook takes d1, rook f d8. You can, of course, the engine recommends rook e1. Just avoid the trade, but let's say king f1 for example. I think that's... And after all this exchanges happen, this is most certainly... Oh, sorry, you can't trade. You definitely cannot play this move because this blunders a pawn. So white has the open file, but yeah, there's just not enough play here. Oh, and do we have a move from Gukesh? No, still deciding. So like I said, rook e8 perhaps, and wait, if you take, then can't just take this pawn. Oh no, that opponent does the defense of the c5 pawn, so you cannot recklessly take. And yeah, we have a rather drawish endgame here. Knight d5. You can give up the central pawn for this one. c8. White does gain... Oh no, sorry, you can't play this. Knight f6. That's nasty, okay. And yeah, this is just a very much a drawish game. Symmetrical pawn structure, equal material. Not much you can do. I think it's just a matter of time before this game ends in a draw now. Certainly seems very, very drawish to me. I'm honestly curious as to how Gukesh is going to get any play out of this position. I'm sure Ding will be very happy with the draw. However, Gukesh, knowing him, he might try to bounce back, even if he's playing the black pieces. But yeah, just very good play by Ding, just cutting off his opponent's play. And now there doesn't seem to be much of an alternative but to go for a draw. This is a very, at this level, it's a dead draw, I'm afraid. Queen e7. Queen e7 just lands right into knight d5. And you can go for a little bit of play here, but then g6 comes, rook e1, and yeah, black is doing fine here. Rook a d8, c3. Just not enough play. King g7. You can try to complicate things like this. But the question is, will Ding go for this? I don't think he needs to really. I don't think he needs to go for these complications. He might. But yeah, this is just. There is a small bit of play for white here. 0.5. But yes. Seems very drawish even here. Doesn't look like there's much to play for. Again, if this goes for into an endgame position, this will most certainly be a draw. There's just nothing here. You can exchange down all you want, but at this level, there's no way you can get anything out of this endgame. Clearly, this is just a dead draw. In f8, you can put your rooks here. Maybe go for a break on c3. But yeah. h5, f3, get your king over. c3. Yeah, this is just a very drawish position. It's not gonna. I don't think it will go either way. Gukesh certainly is taking his time. Quite the opposite of last time, I would say.